Hello everybody, it's me GhostCritic and it's time for another Wednesday comic book haul video. Thank you for joining me this very bright sunshiny Wednesday. Yes, the sun is beating down here in the UK and it's also shining down on my comic book pull list because I've got 9 books on my pull list this week. And I will be showing you those very soon and they all look great stuff. Before I kick off with those, just to remind you, Sunday saw a comic book review video of all the books that I read last Wednesday, so to all those who have already watched it, thank you very much, and please, if you haven't seen it yet, go and have a look and give it a big thumbs up and comment in the comment section below. I had 3 new subscribers over the last 7 days and they were Joe Martelli, Joe Joseph and Massage Moroz. I'm really sorry if I just butchered your whole name then. I do appreciate you coming and joining my channel. Thank you very much to you 3. If you subscribe in the next 7 days, you'll get a shout out in next week's Wednesday video, and if you also do regular video uploads, then guess what, I'll put a link to your channel in the description bar below and point people in your direction, and hopefully you'll get some subs out of it too. Now, just before I do show you my books, I had a very nice surprise from one of my new subscribers, Joe Joseph, otherwise known as Blank Mass, here on YouTube. He had just watched my 7 years on YouTube and had reached out to me and said, guess what I've got that you're trying to get and fill and complete a run that you've been looking for ages. And it was Exiles 99, and he said, I've got it, do you want it, I'll send it you. And he did, and I want to say thank you very much. It came today, Exiles issue 99, written by Chris Claremont, and it has a great Tom Coker cover there. Tom Coker now on Black Monday Murders, so his artistic profile has skyrocketed since back in the day when this came out. I thought what I'd actually do, now that I have the whole run, is do a collection video on Exiles, because it's a great series. I had a lot of fun with it, and there are some unexpected twists and turns in this book that you didn't think from such a book that wasn't really pushing any boundaries at all, but was just fun and entertaining and in some respects kind of clever along the way. So that might be an interesting thing to do, and I'll try and sort that out sometime in the near future. So look out for that. But Joe, thank you so much for sending me this. Very kind of you, and it now fills and completes my Exiles run. So cheers to him. Right. Let's have a look at the new books this week, and I'm going to kick off with Image because usually I leave them to last. So let's put them right at the front, and it's great to see 2 books that have taken, well, 3 books really, that have taken a little bit of a hiatus, but I'm very glad to see them back. We're going to kick off with Deadly Class, issue number 28. And we had the return of Marcus, who we believed was dead from the first volume of this book, the kind of first semester, and it was discovered not so long ago that no, he's still alive, he's still kicking, and was out to rescue one of his loves, I guess, because there's a bit of a little love triangle going on in this book. But great stuff. Remender and Craig and Boyd just doing a fantastic job on this book. Joe also mentioned when he emailed me, don't forget to show the inside artwork on these books for people who may not have been picked this up, and I did apologise. I'm too busy talking that I forget to show you what's inside, so I'll try and do better with that. Also back after a little hiatus, it's East of West, issue 33. We've got Hickman, Dragotta and Martin just still continuing on this great world building post-apocalyptic planet, that's this kind of civil war state where everyone is just at each other's throats, basically. They're all just making uneasy alliances, stabbing each other in the back, all with their agenda, and their agenda usually means that they want to keep all the power and be the one on top. Just a great book, and has been doing some fantastic storytelling, and over the last maybe 10, maybe 20 issues, it's just been building and building and building, and just fantastic stuff. I really enjoyed this. Last book from Image is, and also another Remender book, great high fantasy, 7 to Eternity, issue number, where are we up to? 6. Crikey, I didn't think there was that many out. But this is another one where the art in this is just phenomenal. Jerome Apina just does some fantastically detailed art and colouring on this book by Matt Hollingsworth. It's just a beautiful book to behold, and I just love that whole fantasy genre, these weird and wonderful mythological type environments with all the kind of strange creatures and races and tribes and the like. It just really pushes my good buttons. On to DC, 2 books from them. We're kicking off with Greg Rucka's Wonder Woman, and this is the final part of The Truth, which means this is the penultimate book issue in Rucka's run before Cher Fontaine, I think that's how we pronounce her name, is taking it over. Thank you to Larissa and Sleepy Reader 666 who filled me in from last week's video when I wondered who the new creative team was. I'm not looking forward to it, but I'm hoping to be pleasantly surprised. Cher Fontaine does the I think it's DC Supergirls or something like that. It's very kind of kids orientated, and I don't want that feel to be brought into Wonder Woman. I want to keep it the kind of mature, adult, grown-up kind of comic that Wonder Woman is and has been under Greg Rucka's pen. Is it Liam Sharp? Yeah, Liam Sharp on art has been doing some great stuff here. This takes place, if I remember, in the present day. It's very difficult to remember which way round these are, but it's kind of like the modern day search for Themyscira. So this may see us finding the gateway, and hopefully Wonder Woman may find her way back home, if only just for a little while, to see Mommy Dearest. But great stuff. Rucka's really done well in drawing in new readers, making this very new reader friendly for people who have never read Wonder Woman before, much like myself. So great stuff. The other book from DC this week is Commandy Challenge, issue number 5. If you're not aware of Commandy Challenge, every issue is written and drawn by a different creative team. They pick up the cliffhanger from whoever wrote and drew the last book and go on with the story how they want to tell it. And I'm a little bit excited about this one because writing it is Bill Willingham. He wrote one of my favourite Vertigo series, Fables. So interested to see what spin he does on the Commandy universe. It has artwork by Ivan Reis, so that should be pretty good and stellar stuff from him. Always an exciting, dynamic looking book when Ivan Reis is on there. It's, as I keep saying about this book, and I was very excited, and I still am very excited about this book, being one of my favourite Kirby characters, reimagined, kind of modern day style. But this reads much better in singles, as in like these are just like one-shot stories rather than probably read as a whole. I don't think it links in very well. It's been an interesting experiment from DC and all the creators they've got on there. By no means has anyone failed in what they've produced on the actual page. I've really had a very fun and entertaining ride with this. There's another 7 issues to go, I believe. This is a 12-issue maxi series, but very good nonetheless. Only one Marvel book this week, and it's X-Men Blue from Colin Bunn, and art this time by Julian Lopez. So maybe a little different style there because it's not usually him on the book. However, this has been a treat. It really has, and I'm glad this is the book I picked as my main X-Men title that I want to read, because it's been, I hate to use the phrase because they've been using it a lot, kind of going back to basics, but it feels like an old style X-Men book, but from a present day perspective, as we have our kind of time displaced teenage X-Men under the tutelage now of Magneto, and nothing is as it seems on the surface, and I'm sure Cullen Bunn will reveal more about that as he goes on with his story arc. But I just love this book. It's fun, it's action packed, it has a team that works as a team, at the same time obviously they have their kind of trials and tribulations and their own personal issues. It does look like from the cover we may have a Wolverine in the mix. I don't know, we'll soon find out once I've read it. 2 books from Dark Horse this week. Issue 9 of Conan the Slayer, my favourite muscle-bound barbarian, comes back again. This is part 3 of The Devil in the Iron storyline, and I just always know what to expect when I pick up a Conan book, and I'm never disappointed. Full of high adventure, whether it's on the 7 seas or whether it's in a huge kind of desert or deep in the jungle. It's always action packed, pulsing with like muscles and blood and guts and sword slashing and axe wielding, and it's just a great kind of let's turn my brain off and just relish in the moment of this book. Lots of fun. If you're a big Conan fan, I'm sure you're already picking this up. Just a great book. Also, Matt Kint and Charlene Kint continue their murder mystery at the depths of the ocean with Department H. They love their little kind of wraparound covers. And again, I don't know how long this book goes on for, but there has to come a time when these guys reveal who killed the father figure. But this is some of the artwork inside here. But I've really enjoyed this book. Matt Kint, I really got turned on to his work with Mind Management when I was collecting it in trades, and so I thought, new book by Matt Kint, I'm going to pick it up, I'm going to enjoy it, because he writes a really good story, and this really does draw you in and get you invested in all these characters and wanting to know who is the killer. And finally, funnily enough, another Matt Kint book, but this time he's over at Valiant, as Exo Man of War issue 3 comes out this week, and it's the final part of the Soldier storyline. New story starts next month called General, so it sounds like we're going to have this character coming up the ranks of this army that he's kind of got drafted into, but this is another one of those gorgeous art books Thomas Girelli, David Mack and Diego Rodriguez just having the time of their life with this gorgeous art that they are putting up in this book. I'm so glad that one of the guys that I chat to in my comic book store recommended this to me, because I probably just wouldn't have bothered picking this up, not knowing a great deal about the character. But fortunately this is kind of new reader friendly in the sense that it is a new story. You don't particularly need to know a lot of the back matter of this. It was Jared Osborne, when I picked up the first issue, he gave me a little bit more of the background of Exo Man of War and our main character in here. I think his name, is it Arik or Alric? I think it's Arik. But he gave me some much needed information on this, which I'm very thankful for, and it's just a great book. Love it. Go and pick this up, find the other 2 issues and catch up, and pick up this one too. And that's it this week. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to let me know in the comment section down below what you picked up this week, what you're looking forward to reading. If you're new to my channel, subscribe if you're liking what you see and you want to hear my thoughts and opinions about those books, because there'll be a new review video up on Sunday. And for now, take care, give this video a big thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.